And the moment for this one. This wasn't how this was supposed to go. I should be asking questions, not crying. What's going on? So you guys, this is exciting. How do I introduce you now? Okay, I can't tell. I'm just too excited. So 30 minutes ago, we had the first woman ring holder at TLG. If I get to that, we are on a second day of boot camp at the TLG office. And today we decided to, honor some of our top ladies. I did mention the ladies are killing it. All right. So I have the first woman ring holder today. We're going to show her ring, but let her introduce herself first, and then we can get into it. Okay. Guerda, please do the honors.
So my name is Guerda Pierre, and I am a wealth strategist and also a mindset coach, and I am part of the one and only TruLegacy life group. And it is by far the best decision, just so you know, while I'm here and the world can hear, that I've ever made in my life. And you guys have truly changed the trajectory of my world and my daughter's world. So thank you.
Now that's going to make me cry. I'm trying to remain cute. Oh my goodness. Don't mess my makeup up. Oh, Guerda. That was sweet.
No, but I mean it because, and when I cried earlier, I didn't know I was going to cry, but you really don't know what kind of impact people make on your life until you sit back and look at it and say, what is different? And if I didn't meet these people, how would my life be? And so one thing that I never share with Coach Doug, but last year, at the end of the last year, I was in church, and I remember my pastor preaching about kings are coming, right? And I remember having a dream. And when he preached about it, he talked about the 3 kings that are coming. And so I was just sitting like, Lord, where are these 3 kings going to come from? Because I need to know. But as I sit here today, I realized, and that's why I was so emotional, and I didn't really express everything, but I was sitting there and I was just thinking, oh my gosh, the 3 kings that literally came together one by one to change my life. You starting the agency, Jabril bringing me to Coach Doug for mentorship, and Coach Doug pouring into me. And that's what's been able to help me pour into other people. And so it really came all together, like the 3 kings that I've been waiting for. And so you are a queen, but it's those 3 people that I've been waiting for. And so I just want to say I appreciate you.
And the moment for this one. This wasn't how this was supposed to go. I should be asking questions, not crying. What's going on?
Well, that makes both of us. We both cried today.
Yeah. Well, I want to say that means a whole lot. And this is why we're doing this. For people like you to help each other, right? Help each other. Because there is more than enough for more than enough of us to make more than enough.
Yep.
So this right here is why we do this. So I'm very thankful for that statement.
Thank you.
Okay, enough of the mushy stuff. I'm not crying again, okay? You're not going to see me shed a tear. Not in the next 30 minutes, at least. All right, so I think we kind of jumped into it, but so tell them how you started, how you got into the industry.
Okay.
How long you've been doing this, and let's go from there.
Yep. So what's interesting is I've actually been in the insurance industry for almost 15 years. So, but I've always been on the P&C side, the property and casualty side.
Yes.
But I've held different leadership positions on that side. So I've been on the claims side, and I've been on the operations side as well, director of operations, all those things. But what's so interesting is even though I've been in the industry that long, I always just had a policy with the company, like the normal employer-sponsored policy. Not that I was doing great. And then for a while, I was a diehard fan of Dave Ramsey, saying buy term, invest the rest.
Yes.
And I remember I called someone from the 3rd floor to meet me in the break room. He was in sales, and he came and he sold me my $1 million term policy, and I walked out feeling great, like I did something amazing. But then as time started going on, I started hearing people talk about becoming your own bank, right? And creating generational wealth. And I'm like, what is this? So thank God the term that I had was convertible, and I was able to convert it.
Oh, perfect.
But as I kept going and researching more, I started to understand the power of what I really had in my hands. But then I realized how I came about that. I wasn't educated. He didn't anticipate my needs. he didn't really understand what it is that I wanted, what capacity I had. And so the analogy I like to give is like a restaurant. So I work in the restaurant, and coming from claims and operations, I'm like in the back of the house, in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So I know how the food is made. So if someone has a claim they need to file, I would make the decision. If someone didn't know, do we deny, do we approve?
Yeah.
Is the policy, is it fully covered? But when I started realizing a lot of the things that started coming back were, like, if they're the host or the waitress, they're bringing in wrong orders. And it's like, do these agents not know that this is what they're not supposed to bring? Right? What is happening?
I like the restaurant.
Right.
Yeah.
And so at that point, it was like, okay, so now I know what happens in the back of the house.
Right.
Now, to make sure that these people are properly served, the person probably didn't say they had an allergy, but why didn't you say, hey, this has shellfish?
Yes.
Are you allergic? You ask, you anticipate. So that made me come around and step to the front. And I got my license in January. And I remember joining an agency, and I would hear this name all the time being thrown around, and it was Douglas. And I'm like, and I would see him on the training videos, and when I would try to learn, everyone's like, yeah, go watch the video that Doug put up. And I was just always like, man, who is this man, Douglas? So lo and behold, I was part of a mentorship, and I met Jabril. And Jabril told me that Coach Doug was starting up a mentorship, and I joined that mentorship, and then he shared that you were starting an agency, and here we are. I joined the agency, and that was I joined the mentorship in April, and I think fully got contracted, was it like May, June when everything started up? And here we are.
So to think that from May, June, we are in October, and you already have a ring.
That is
so
shocking.
How did you kick ass like that? Like, there's no, for lack of a better word, you kicked ass. How did you get, like, dust all the man? How was your head in the game? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how did you say, I'm going to kill this. I'm going to, like, take this and run with it.
Yeah. In all honesty, I literally, when I came across Coach Doug and I joined the mentorship, it really was like, God, I don't know how this came about, but you knew I wanted to learn from this man and the way that it circled around. And I just came in and said, I just want you to take the credit and do everything you need to do with me. If it's something he's explaining that I don't understand, open my eyes to understand it. Whatever he teaches me, when I'm talking to these clients, open my mouth and you speak through me. When I'm talking to these clients, I know I'm getting real spiritual, but this is literally what I do. Whenever I go into these meetings, I say, whatever need this person has that I don't know about or they may not have told me, let them see you and me to feel comfortable to see that, to tell me, and then let me anticipate what they need, because I know what I was missing when I needed a policy. So literally, that is what I think has really transformed it for me, because when I go into these meetings, people make the meeting because you know what they want.
Yeah.
They came here because they heard about cash value policies or they heard about life insurance and they want it. So when they get there, I'm just like, we already know what you're here for. I'm not here to sell you. I'm here to serve you. I say that in every meeting I go into. And I tell them, I need to know what your why is and why we're here and why you feel like you need this, so I can make sure that I make your needs my priority. And honestly, that's where the door just like opens. And they just begin to pour out, and they trust me. Because you said something, and Coach Doug said something before. You like, they're not buying the product, they're buying you.
Buying you, yes.
And so that really is what has helped me. And then I have clients who are like, I want you to talk to my friends. I want you to talk to my coworkers. And you know what? I have this nonprofit. I want to fly you out so you can come talk to the group for me. And so I would say that really is what it is. Bringing. A lot of times when I first started and I was following different people, I realized I was trying to be like them. And I was trying to say exactly how they said it or do what they said, but then I realized that's not me. So I had to really say, because I'm like quirky. I'm like a little quirky. Y'all probably can see I'm a little animated with some of the things I say or do. But I had to take the knowledge I was learning. And so everything I learned from you or Coach Doug, I take the knowledge that I'm learning and I just make it fit into me. Instead of me fitting into that.
That's right.
So I would say I think that is really what it is, what has helped me.
Which I think is great, actually. I, on the other hand, I copied and pasted Douglas. Okay, I live with a man.
Yeah.
I'm married to him. I hear him every day,
But you doing a nice job.
coaching people, teaching. So I'm like, why am I trying to reinvent anything? And in the beginning, I wasn't really paying attention. I'm just about to ping on my phone or something. But I heard it so many times, and I've seen the value of it in so many forms and ways that I can't express. So I'm like, why am I trying to do again? Like, I'm just gonna copy and paste.
Yep.
And literally, like, I sound like the man when I'm talking. I sound like him. And the other day, I was talking to a client on the phone, and he was when at home, and he was walking by, and he had to stop to say, "Wait a minute, what, girl? You're listening to everything I say."
Yes.
And I started laughing. I said, "Well, I'm married to you. I ain't got no choice." He started laughing.
But that's right, like copy and paste, right?
Copy and paste.
It's like, why
I'm not reinventing nothing.
He has the blueprint.
He has the blueprint. I've seen it work day after day after day. So I'm not trying to change anything.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's worked, and people. I was someone on the outsider looking as an agent, saying, "Who is this man? I need to learn from him. Let me go watch all his videos." And so the fact that I was able to encounter him, and it's like, oh, if he says this is how you should say it, this is what you should anticipate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Copy, paste.
Copy and paste. So I'm very passionate about not just women, but single parents.
Yes.
There is something in my heart for single parent. I know that you were one, and when I was giving you that ring today, that's all I thought about was how, when I saw you emotional, I just felt like that also was something that you were proud of. You were going to go back and show your daughter.
Yep.
So was I right in thinking that?
You were 100% right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she was the first person when I sat down. I'm getting a little teary-eyed now.
I'm sorry to make you cry again.
I know.
I'm really sorry.
So she was the first person when I sat down. I text her, and I text her a picture of the ring, and she just texted me back, and she was like, "Mommy, that's so exciting. I'm so proud of you. You really made me smile." So, and she's a senior, so she's going to college next year.
Yeah.
And it's like you never really know as a parent.
Yes.
Even a single parent, there's gaps that you can't feel, right?
Right.
So you always wonder, am I doing a good job? Is she listening? Is she seeing? And so for her to just say that to me, and for me to almost not have come, because I told Coach Zeg, I was like, "Hey, I'm doing college tours with my daughter."
Yes. We were like, well, better. I hope that Gerda gets here. Yesterday, he was like, she's coming in this morning. I'm like, are we sure? Because we can't have her not show up.
Oh my gosh. So I almost, and it was like, and I bought my ticket actually last week because I was like, you know what? This is a boot camp. I need to go. And I need to be able to be in the room with everybody.
Yeah.
And I need to learn not just from Coach Doug, Regina. I need to learn from maybe others who are in the room.
Yeah.
And so I bought my ticket last week, and I flew in last night. And I just was like, I got to go to get all the information I need. Even though I wasn't going to come, because I was like, I got a college tour I got to go to. But then it was just something there that was like, no, you need to go.
Yeah.
But as a single mom, it's hard. I'm going to be honest. It's very, very hard because some days you'll find yourself, you're going on these appointments, you're having these conversations, right? You're really excited about what you're doing and helping these other families, but then you might have, the demand has increased so much, I'm going to be honest. And so you find yourself meeting with all these people, but then you're like, man, I haven't talked to my baby all day.
So true.
I've been at this computer all day talking to person after person after person, and I know she came home and she'll like creep in, ask me, can I go do? And then she'll go and come back, and then I'll look and say, oh my gosh. And at that point, you burnt out. You're like, I just need a minute.
Yeah.
But then you have to make time to like talk to her. So it's hard. If it's one thing, I have paid my dues. It is tough, but I thank God that if he was going to bring this opportunity to me, that he brought it now. Because I don't know how I would been able to do it if she was younger.
Yeah, now she's old enough. She's aware.
She's aware.
She's aware. She's learning.
She's learning.
And she's seeing what you're doing.
Yep.
And she wants to do exactly like mom.
Yep.
And make you proud, just like you're making her proud.
Yep. Yep. Oh my God, you're making me cry.
This is because I am very single parents.
Yeah.
My mothers touch me a lot. because I was one at some point. So I know the battle.
Ooh, sprinkle that blessing on me
I know,
because
yes.
I don't want to be one no more.
Catch you, girl.
Got it. I love it though, but that is too, like when I meet with clients, it's like single parents, they have a special place in my heart because I'm one. But then it's also when I meet with these parents and they have children, that is also where it's like, it's not just, so for me, the biggest thing is people come, they get these policies, and sometimes they might have talked to someone else and they weren't educated. And they come and they think they're doing a great thing because they got the policy.
Right.
But what I appreciate so much about TLG is the focus and the priority on educating your clients.
On the products, on what they're buying.
On what they're buying. And I call these type of people, when I'm talking to my agents, I say, I am not a policy pusher. Where you come in and you say what you want and then you're out. I said, no, before we even talk policy, I just copy and paste. I'm educating first. And I always tell them, I say, you could leave the money for the kids. It means nothing without the knowledge. The true legacy is in the knowledge.
Yes,
and that's really what true legacy represents.
100%.
Is the knowledge.
Yes.
That's where the money and the wealth is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I mean, my passion is really just for families, parents, and just us. Like
we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Yes. Us.
So
that's
I
key.
Think, like your vision, your passion, what TruLegacy stands for. That's why I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go even harder because people have to, this type of company, this type of agency has to be bigger.
Yes.
It cannot go under the radar.
No, and that's not gonna happen. We're going to go big or go home. We're going bigger. That's the goal. Yes.
Yep.
Our vision is bigger than it was a few months ago.
Oh.
And so we are completely committed and determined to make sure that every single person, every one of us, knows about TLG and what we stand for, what we're doing, what we aim to do.
Yeah.
Because they can get rid of Black Wall Street, but they can't get rid of here. We have to start with here, educating our people of what it is to understand. It's not just about when you die. People have been getting wealthy off this same concept for so long.
Yeah.
Our people cannot perish for lack of knowledge. We just can't. We have to open our minds and just teach other people. Like we're going to keep saying the same thing until they hear it. So moving on to now that, wait, we're here at the bootcamp. Okay. What are you taking away from here? Because I've seen this bootcamp has been so impactful.
Yeah.
And I've watched everybody's face and how they're just all locked in and taking notes and everything. What are you taking away from here? Like, what are your next plans as you go back home?
Oh, my goodness. So while I'm here, not even, because yesterday I watched on Zoom. And today I'm here.
Yeah.
But as I'm going, and what's so funny is some people might assume, oh, she got a ring, right?
Yes.
She's doing good.
Yes.
But I'm over there. My laptop is open. My notebook is there. I'm taking constant notes because my wheels are still spinning.
Yeah.
You think you have all the knowledge, and even though you may have heard this message before, you may have seen this presentation before, it's like every time y'all show it, something else comes up. Something else is said. It's like, wow, I didn't think of it like that.
Yeah.
And so what I'm taking back is how to enhance what I'm already doing.
That's
what you
right.
guys already gave me to copy and paste. I'm like, oh, okay, copy, paste, and then Control, Alt, Enter. I'm doing all types of coding in my head. Just how am I going to change my process? What am I going to do? And the crazy thing is, my mind is preparing for, like you said, bigger.
Yes.
Because my mind is like, okay, now you got to get your systems. You got systems.
Sure do.
But you really now got to hone in.
Yes.
You got to hone in about this team. You got to hone it because it's already getting bigger for me now. Like I was telling someone earlier, and it's expanding at a rate that I didn't expect God to do. I was like, wait a minute, Lord, I know you say you was going to expand my territory, but, I didn't know it's going to happen this quick. But the fact of the matter is, it hasn't even opened the floodgates yet.
It hasn't even started, girl.
It hasn't even started because I haven't even had a chance to apply everything that y'all are teaching us.
Yeah.
And that's the part that is like, I got to get ready because the minute I start incorporating all this other stuff, It's just the floodgates are going to open. Why?
Yeah.
Because minds are going to open.
Yes.
And they're going to see what's been in front of us, but no one has ever even explained it to us, whether they look like us or don't look like us.
That's right.
Because they just think I get a policy and
that's right.
I got it. But I'm also taking away a lot of collaborations, and I'm humbled because I never am not a person who ever thinks I'm above anyone or ever. I'm a lifetime learner. And so what I'm weak in, someone else is strong in, right? And what I may be strong in, someone may be weak in. And so I'm also taking a lot of collaborations, a lot of connections from this week. And I'm just looking forward to the next boot camp.
Yes.
Because I'm like, I'm ready.
Yes. And next one is bigger than this one.
Yes. It's going to be even bigger. Why? Because TLG is growing.
Was growing every day. Every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just excited to be part of the team.
I'm excited to have you. Yes. So how have you stayed motivated? Have you struggled with just juggling this in life in general? How are you doing it?
Yes. I have struggled, okay?
I mean, I like the honesty.
Yes, I have struggled, especially in the beginning where I was just like, I'm trying to learn everything. This is before TLG.
Right.
I was trying to learn everything on my own. And it was like, I don't have the support. I just need the knowledge. If someone is willing to pour into me, then I will be able to pour out.
Yeah.
So I've struggled where I was like, maybe this isn't for me. I have like anxiety. Like, okay, maybe this is not for me. Anxiety going into meetings with people. But I really had to go back to God and say, okay, you always do there's nothing like coincidence. Only you knew that. I was like, I got to find how to get in contact with Doug, but I'll never meet him, right? But you made everything full circle, and you brought me into this space and this place. So I had to go back to him when I have those moments of anxiety. So, and there's this verse that I always repeat to myself where it says, can any one of you add an extra hour to your life or your day by worrying, right? And then the other one is, therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. For each day has enough trouble of its own.
Yeah.
So I have to, when I'm dealing with that, being overwhelmed, I have to just always go back to his word, because they literally do give you strength. You're like, Lord, let me just repeat it till I get the strength or fill it up. But you do get discouraged sometimes, because what may be great right now as far as like a lot of business, right? It may not be like that next month. It may not be like that next year. You don't know. But one thing I do know is that God is not going to bring you somewhere and not provide. He's not going to move you from one place to the next and not provide. So
yes.
I think that's what keeps me through my challenges.
And that is true. I mean, God is not going to give you more than you can carry.
Yeah.
So he knows exactly what he's doing. And you're in the right place, on the right track.
I'm in the perfect place. CLG.
So are you staying back for the networking, because it's going to be a great evening?
Yes, I'm going to be here all day.
Fantastic.
Yes.
So I'm not going to keep you like much longer, because I know the networking is about to start. So I do want to say thank you. We are thankful for you. And let me show you, show our ring off. Let's show our ring off. Okay.
I think I got my nails done,
Yeah, that's right.
'cause one did break.
But yeah, just so let them know where they can. I know you're trying to build a team.
Yes.
So do you want to are you looking for agents? What are you looking for?
Definitely. I have a lot of people even coming to me to be on my team.
Okay.
And the only reason why I paused for a while is because I was like, I want to serve them with level of excellence the same way you and Coach Doug have served me with excellence. So I'm definitely building a team, looking for a team, working on things that I can be able to integrate them with a smooth transition and training.
Oh, you did mention that, and that's great.
Yep.
You got to share that with me.
No, I definitely will share it.
Yes. Okay.
I'm going to create all of that, so definitely looking for a team.
Okay.
And looking to grow and help people the same way you all have been able to help me, and the same way that I'm able to help others, position them to help others too.
So where can they find you? What's your LinkedIn, Instagram, wherever the social is?
Yes. So my Instagram is just the Guerda Pierre. So that's just TheGuerda Pierre. And my LinkedIn is just Guerda Pierre. Guerda Pierre.
Nice and simple.
Nice and simple. And same for Facebook. And there's some other things that's in the works that I'm working on right now with YouTube and just different things that I'm going to be pushing out. Like we
Yes.
talked about single moms.
Yes.
It's going to be a focus with single moms and finance and
Great.
how I've been able to navigate all
Yes.
of that. So
Yes.
good things coming.
Good things coming. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations once again
Yes.
for being the first ring holder.
Exciting.
Exciting. Thank you, Gerda. Thank you for
so
coming.
much.
I'll give you a hug. Oh,
Yeah.
can't get up.